I'm getting ready to do some inshore fishing, so I figured I'd take you along. And you can do some shopping with me at one of the local favorite bait shops. I need to grab some 15-pound mono since I'm going inshore. Looks like they don't have that, so I'll do 15-pound fluoro, no big deal. And then I gotta grab, when I'm always in a bait shop, a pair of scissors and a pair of pliers, because they just don't last here. I either lose them or they rust out. I'm trying to stay better organized, so I'm gonna grab a couple of the Plano 3600s. And then, of course, you guys, you know I like my fight clubs. The water's been murky because of rain, so I'm grabbing some green. Paddle tails, curly tails, you name it. As long as it's bright, I'm using it. Yeah, I got some Fishbites.
These are good.
What about these NLBs?
Marker 54.
Oh yeah, I've never tried those.
They're good.
I always get the voodoo.
They work good for inshore. That under a popping cork is really good.
Oh, I should probably grab a popping cork. That's a good thing about local bait shops. They always take care of you and tell you what you're gonna need to catch fish. Here, I'm just grabbing some jig heads.
Yeah.
And of course, I can't leave a bait shop without at least a few new lures to chuck out there. Okay, I spent enough money at the bait shop. Headed home, got ready, and now on to the good part. I should introduce myself. My name is Julie, and of course, this is Real Coastal Fishing. I love to do all types and styles of fishing. Saltwater, freshwater, surf fishing, boat fishing, land fishing, and today we're doing kayak fishing. I'm really looking for a nice redfish. They're just fun to catch, but you never know what you're gonna catch here in the Panhandle. It could be trout, jacks, some black tip sharks, you just don't know. And that is the joy of fishing here in Florida. Okay, now that I have the kayak in the water here in East Bay, let's go ahead and get this adventure started. Oh. There we go. First fish, you guys. Not sure what it is, but it is pulling some drag. Using a popping cork with a, ooh. Let me catch this fish, hopefully. What are you? Oh my goodness, a sail cat. Well, it's a fish. Not what I want. I could probably just use my pliers for this guy. They are slimy and disgusting fish, but they're still pretty cool looking. Come here, dude. All right, got the sail cat in. Cool looking fish. Just definitely, I don't want to eat him. So he's going back in the drink. They're so slimy and so gross. I'm bound to trying to get this out of you. There we go. You can see what I was using. Little plastic shrimp. All right, I'll get this guy back in. And clean off my hands. All right, thanks for the tug. It was fun while I thought you were a little rat rod. Fish in the boat, you guys. Fish in the boat. That's all that really matters. It's something is better than nothing. See if we can get a better species. Gosh, those are gross fish. I'm gonna show you though the setup because I tend not to use popping corks. I don't know why they catch. I'm sure if you've ever come down to Florida and gone on a charter, that's probably what they handed you. Because let's see, I'll show you. The popping cork, basically it's like a big bobber, but it has all this racket on it. So once in a while you just give it a pop pop, and I think what it's supposed to do is mimic the sounds of fish feeding. So I do here. This is a Penn Prevail 2, and it's just a 2500 spin fisher, made by Penn as well. It has only 8-pound braid on it, and then I have 40-pound leader tied straight to that braid with a double uni knot right to my popping cork. And I do heavier leader just so when I'm casting it out, especially on windy days, it tends not to tangle as much. And just a little plastic shrimp. And I just, like I said, that the glory of popping corks is it's attracting the fish by the sound, first of all, and then of course sight and smell come into play. So I did scent my little shrimp here with some Pro Cure. Gosh, I'm trying to get the slime off. I'm trying to talk and look at the slime on that line. That's all from that little kitty cat. So gross. But there you go. Yeah, you guys, we're switching it up today and doing a little popping cork action. I do have top water. I threw it for a little bit when I first got out. Unfortunately, I missed that sunrise bite. I had some duties to get done this morning, but it's overcast, so I did throw it for a little bit. No hits. And then I have some other plastic, so I'll be switching it up, but I am working this popping cork for a while. I am going to go back and hit that point again because I really like that point. There's fresh grass on top of the water, and we all know points tend to hold fish. So I'll try it one more time. Well, I shouldn't say one. A few throws, and maybe we'll find a red or a nice big trout. Maybe I cleaned out all the catfish right there. That's what I'm hoping. But I don't want to give up on that point. It looks too juicy. I have a pop-up Florida storm coming my way, so I'm gonna head back to where I launched and see if I can just wait it out. Sometimes these blow in and they're over in 20 minutes, but there is a little yellow and red in there. I don't want to be out on the water when it is lightning. That storm blew over in about 45 minutes, so I just waited it out in the truck and played on my phone. But I gotta say, the water calmed down, the skies turned blue, and that heat kicked up. I'm gonna go hit some oyster beds. A few years ago, I shouldn't say a few, it's probably been, shoot, almost 10 years ago, an organization came in and made these oyster beds. This bay used to be a hotbed of oysters everywhere. And I don't know exactly what happened, but we lost them probably due to water conditions. So they have made these oyster beds, and fish love sitting on them because they're structure. But it's also good to bring those oysters in because they filter out our waters and keep it clean. Oh, you son of a gun. Take it. There we go. No, I'm sure he got my tail. Oh no, he didn't. Keep an eye on these rocks because some of them are hidden, and I'm in a plastic kayak. I don't want to be swimming back to shore. Something, what do we have? Oh, a trout. It hit it so lightly. And there he goes. Well, that was surprising. No bite since that sail cat. I was kind of half dozing. And it was such a light bite. But I'll stick with this oyster bed for a little bit more. There we go. That was fast. I feel like this is another trout. Come on in, buddy. It is another trout. Let's see if I can land this one in the boat. There we go. Decent fish. Okay, I just need, let me get my hands wet. Protect that layer of slime they have. There we go. You see what he hit? They do have teeth, so I'm definitely using the pliers with this guy. They're like little vampire teeth. Sorry, guy. I gotta switch hands. I'm useless with that left hand. All right, there's the little trout. I'm gonna release him and get baited up with a fresh, what is that? That was a curly tail. There he goes. That's what I'm throwing at these oyster beds. It's the Dirty Boxer counter punch. So the bright green. Here in the bay, the water is really stained, even more so than usual because it's been raining a lot. There we go. Get that back out there. So I try to remember to wet my hands before handling a fish, because a lot of them, especially those trout, those speckled trout, have a slime layer on them. And if we touch them with dry hands, it's going to remove that slime layer and they're not as protected. Especially if I know I'm going to release them, I definitely want to get my hands wet. All right, heading back. Hold off for a second because my camera is apparently dead and I never heard it beep at me. Alright, quick battery change. Here's the joys of filming while fishing. It can be frustrating sometimes, but I still enjoy doing it. These GoPros though, those batteries like to overheat and they get really hot when they're sitting out in the sun running. So I always have to force myself to remember to check them so that you guys get to see the hookups. Well, where did the trout go? Gosh, it's messing with it. Commit all the way, dude. Unless you're too small, then yeah, just stay away. I saw movement over on the shoreline and I busted out my phone so that I could really zoom in and try to figure out what this thing is. I don't know if I'm looking at a raccoon, a cat, an armadillo. I'm trying to sneak up on this thing so I can see what it is. I think it's a raccoon. Getting a drink of water. I think. Yeah, I think it's the raccoon. He's definitely not happy about me sneaking up on him. Oh yeah, little raccoon. It's alright, dude. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm gonna try something. Because it feels like they're hitting this curly tail right off the bottom, but not on the bottom. So if I switch rods, I have this heavier paddle tail, mullet scented, so we'll see if they want any of this. But it'll hit the bottom faster and then I could just pop it up. We'll see. Turn back around here. You don't want the paddle? No bites on the paddle tail. Granted, it's a different color, a different scent, and a different movement. So the paddle tail has this little ball and it just hits the sand and kicks it up. And the curly tail, here we go, which is what they were eating, just flicks it. It's the best way I can describe it. So I will switch back. You can see he just, little flick. Maybe they're just wanting a little less movement in the water. I gotta get away from these rocks again. Oh. Heck, dude. Oh, eating my tail. I'm gonna use him still. There's a little bit left. I'll use him until he's trashed. Give him a chance. Those tend to be the pinfish that bite the tail off. Oh, these pinfish. Dolphins. There he is. Just chasing schools of fish. There's a second dolphin right up here. You guys see that dolphin? He's definitely out deeper cruising. Probably cooler water. That's why I love kayaking. Just, it's so quiet and peaceful, and you just get to watch a nature documentary. Where's my hood? I feel like I'm cooking. Ugh. The birds, the pelicans are going nuts. I'm gonna stop over here on this little strip of land and jump in the water for a minute because it's getting hot and I gotta paddle my butt back. Here we go, land ho. It feels great to be out. I'm gonna do a little exploring while I'm cooling down here. Maybe I'll even throw a rod in. When checking out an area, you never know what creatures are hiding. Like this blue crab right here, thinking he's camouflaged. And then, of course, there's tons of lizards running around all over Florida. I always enjoy watching the hermit crabs. They start off in little shells, and as they get too big for those, they just go and get a new house. Okay, I'm gonna get in because I'm dying of heat. And then I'll wet some lines. All right, I'm still on that little plot of land that I'm taking a break at, cooling down. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. It was a trout, but it just popped off. Try again. It's the joys of fishing. Ooh, there, he's hooked. Messed with it a little bit. Finally took it on the third strike. Come on. What do we got? Be nice if it was another trout. Well, I saw a tail, but I still can't tell you. Oh, it's not a trout. That is a hardhead catfish. Be getting my pliers. Come on, walk with me. There we go. Oh, all right. Fish from land. Ooh. Cooled down, thank God, and got myself some ice, cold water. So we're good to go. Get that yak back out. It's not putting it, there we go. I was gonna say, it's not putting it out much of a fight. Come on, dude. I want to keep him in the front of my kayak so he doesn't get tangled up. Hair out of my face. Oh my goodness. Another sail cat. Bigger than the last one. There you go. Mr. Sail Cat. Almost lost my paddle over that guy. Was hitting the pilings right here, and this is what I caught. Well, snagged. All right, that pinfish is gonna become bait for somebody else. I'm not gonna change my setup because I am heading back, but I don't know that he'll survive the gut shot. But you guys, that's what's been chewing on my tails. That's it, you guys. It's just getting too hot out here, and I'm gonna head back in to the boat ramp. I had a wonderful trip out in the kayak. It was peaceful, beautiful, nice calm waters. I can't ask for more. Hope you enjoy the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. I try to put clips out every Monday at 5:30 Central Time.